What's up? So I'm actually going to the junkyard tomorrow, try to find some G35 coupe parts. I actually went yesterday and I got all these injectors. So while I was at the junkyard, I also got an injector sub harness, fuel pressure regulator, and then this hard fuel line. And then on eBay, I bought a new IPDM because, I mean, this one worked, but it's been opened a bunch and it's been cleaned out like 4 times and I keep getting corrosion in it. So I just ordered a whole new one. A couple parts I need for it. This rear brake caliper. And then I'd also like to get a stock steering wheel. If I can find stock headlights, I'd want those. I might try to get a math. So I actually did go ahead and find these clear headlights. I picked them up for about 60 bucks. And then as far as this rear brake caliper, I just went ahead and bought it on eBay because the one at the junkyard was super rusty. I hadn't got a new mass airflow sensor from the junkyard, as well as a new mass airflow tube. My IPDM came in. I went ahead and installed that, and everything works pretty good. And last time I went to the junkyard, I got a new fusible link and rewired it in. Also, the headlights from the junkyard had came with these eyelid things. I'm not sure if I'll, put them on. And they don't look bad, so I might install them, but I'd have to wrap them to my car, as well as get wrap for my bumper. But I think I'm just gonna wrap the whole car again, so expect another wrapping video. Also, while I was there, I found a stock airbag for the wheel, but I didn't find like a wheel that was in good condition. So I'm just gonna go ahead and order the wheel part on eBay since they're not that expensive, and the airbag is the really expensive part. So we'll get that in. I also went ahead and rewrapped some of these suede pieces in here because they didn't look too great. And I also just went ahead and got some miscellaneous trim pieces, like these black trims down here, as well as this black weather stripping. Unfortunately, I didn't end up finding any seat belts. I did find one set of driver's side seat belts, but they had been cut. I went ahead and ordered new O2 sensors and brake pads along with the caliper. So those will be here Friday or Saturday. I'll be in Florida for like a week, so I won't be able to put those on as soon as they come. So whenever I go ahead and put the caliper and brake pads on, I'm also going to go ahead and throw my G35 stocks on. And while I'm in Florida, I'm also going to look for the updated version of the taillights with the trunk button on them, as well as trying to look around for some stock suspension. So these are my G35 stocks. I'll probably make a video polishing these because the paint is kind of wearing off. We'll see. All right, so now it's a couple days later. I was trying to throw these O2 sensors in before I went to Florida, and good boy. I went to go turn it, and I broke the entire bung off of the header. So I think, pretty sure it was already broken and it was leaking right there. Pretty sure the previous owner, whoever put this in, cross-threaded it because it started turning the threads but coming out sideways. So just bought a new header. Won't be here until after I'm back, but yeah. So anyway, now I'm putting on these front wheels. I gave them a pretty good clean. My suspension is still holding up from that other video. I think everything's looking good still, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw these wheels on. Also, as a reminder, whenever you put any stocks back on your car, always take out the skinnies, put on the acorns, or else they won't have enough holding force and your wheel will fall off. We're out here at the LKQ in Orlando. They have the taillights I wanted, so I'm gonna get these. I'm also taking this seat belt and maybe some of this trunk trim. Super hyped on these. This is the interior. It's pretty torn, but at least there's some good stuff here. Got the tail lights. These are so clean. Super happy to get these. Also got the seatbelt buckle, bunch of hardware and stuff. And then this trunk net, which I've never seen, but I'm glad I got it. And I also got the little clips for it. All right, so I'm back from Florida. I've got a bunch of parts here. O2 sensors, seat belt, the intake that has to go back on, heat shield, the new tails, brake caliper, gaskets, brake pads, new header. And then somebody's coming to trade me for a stock wheel for that wheel. Right now I'm just gonna work on putting on this header and getting it back to how it was. So I got the header in, got the heat shield back on. Now I just dropped my mid pipe and cats, they're welded together. Put the new gaskets in, put it all back together, and then start on the taillights. Okay, so I'm about to go ahead and swap in these new taillights. Here's the before, and here is the after. I also got the stock steering wheel put back in. That looks pretty good. And I finished up everything under here. So now it's time to do the rear brake caliper and the seatbelt. Installed the rear brake caliper. Forgot to film that, but it's all good to go. Everything works good. And for the seatbelt, I'm having problems with it locking up. I think when I took it out of the car, I let it retract too much and now it's locked up. So I'm gonna have to send this out to get unlocked. So the next video I have planned for this car is to fully rewrap it. I've already started unwrapping stuff. I'm gonna be getting a bunch of new body panels, as well as hood hinges, a couple other things. Yeah, just making it look nice. As you can see here, I've already raised it a little bit in the front and in the rear too. I'm gonna be lowering it a tiny bit more in the front. I took it on a long drive yesterday. That was super fun. And ever since I raised it, it drives so much better, like 10 times better. So, but yeah, that'll pretty much be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.